Indians choose their partners?
No, I would actually love to hear from you about this.
Majority of us
Yeah.
in India, you are looked down upon for choosing the partner that you want, and your family disagrees with that. So
Wow.
majority of Indians actually get into arranged marriages,
Okay.
then love marriages,
Yeah.
because your family is arranged as per their standards or as per their likings or whatever that the thing is.
Mhm.
For few of the people, for few of us, it works out really well.
Yeah.
But a lot of people find it very hard.
Yeah. I mean, you're really hoping that your parents have good judgment.
And it's like you get penalized for choosing a partner and going against your partner, going against your family.
Yeah.
Have you read about arranged marriage versus love marriages?
I've heard about it. It's funny. I had a friend in university who was Indian, and an Indian immigrant, and her parents were Indian. And it was funny because her parents forbade her from dating anybody who was not an Indian, and it had to be she had to date an Indian boy, and her parents had to know him first and approve her dating him before she could even like go on a date with him. And it was funny because I remember talking to her about it, and she obviously she didn't like it, but it was interesting. She was the first person I ever met in my life that she said that I guess kind of made an argument for arranged marriage. And as an American, like I had never, to me, arranged marriage is crazy. Like it's just never unimaginable. But I remember she said, she was like, I'm paraphrasing. This isn't exactly what she said, but she basically said, we're young and stupid. Like we don't know what we like. We don't know who we like. We're very emotional, right? And our parents are not. Our parents are they're wise, they're experienced.
They're rational about it.
They've made a lot of mistakes. They've met a lot of people. And so they are probably going to see things that I cannot. And she also kind of brought up something which I thought was very interesting, which she said that, in Indian culture, you like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like divorce is just not really an option. It's just unheard of. And she said, she's like, the fact that you just can't divorce, it forces you to figure things out. And I definitely think in American culture, there's a little bit of truth to, it's so easy to divorce here and it's so socially accepted here, that I actually think maybe it should be harder to divorce because I see a lot of couples that just give up. And I'm like, well, if you stuck with it for a couple of years, you might turn it around. But I don't know. I don't have a strong opinion on that, but I do find it very interesting to think about.
So in India, you're going to get a lot of hate for saying this.
For saying what?
For saying that it should be harder to get divorced because it's so hard.
Is it really?
Yeah. Like
okay.
You can file for a divorce. Like legally, it's easier to get out.
Yeah.
But socially, it's so taxing and difficult.
Yeah.
And it's just, and in some parts, it's way more difficult for women than men. Like socially, it just,
I imagine. Yeah.
It gets so bad. Like in fact, people are fighting day in and day out to make this whole divorce thing more socially accepted and easier.
Yeah. Well, for the record, I think in America, it's probably too easy. In India, I imagine it's too hard.
Yeah.
So you should not be socially condemned for it, for sure.
Now it's changing. Like in a lot of metro cities, in the good cities, where you're talking about development, a lot of people they're changing.
Yeah.
It's, they are getting into dates. They're actually going out and figuring out what kind of partner they want to be with. They're finally, I think for the first time in last 5-6 years, we've been hearing that men and women, they're going out on multiple dates before even deciding who to actually be in a long-term relationship with. Because earlier, this was not even a concept.
Yeah.
Dating was not a thing.
Yeah.
It's becoming a thing. And you've been the pickup artist. You've been into a lot of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because India is just going through that phase, which probably in America was years ago, or probably still is, I don't know. What do you think? What's the most psychologically damaging tactic that pickup artists use against women or against any gender?
most psychologically damaging tactic, I think there's a thing called the neg, which is basically, it's when the man will intentionally say something to make the woman feel insecure, but it's usually framed in a way that it sounds very innocent. Like he's not trying to insult her, but he's kind of insulting her. So it might be something like, I really like your shoes. They remind me of, I don't know, like this pair I saw in a really cheap store that nobody likes, right? And it's just like you say things in a way that just make her question herself and like feel bad about herself without really looking like you're doing that. And the theory behind it is that when you make people feel insecure, it is human nature for them to try to win over your approval, and they want to be validated by you. And generally speaking, when a woman wants to be validated by you, she's more susceptible to, want to hook up with you. And so it's very manipulative. It's very distasteful. It's disrespectful. And interestingly, I think it's ironically, it really only works on women who already feel bad about themselves, because any woman who has a lot of respect for herself is going to hear that and be like, wow, you're kind of an asshole. And she'll probably walk away and go talk to somebody else. But the women who already feel very insecure about themselves and don't feel good about themselves, if you kind of poke at it, they act out even more. And
they want to win you even more.
Even more.
Why does it work?
Because look, we all want the approval of others. We all want to be validated and appreciated, and to feel like other people respect us. And if you don't respect yourself, then you are even more so reliant on the validation and the attention of others, and to the point where it's like everything you do is to win the validation and attention of others.